LED technology had massive improvements over the years. While it's still new to the filmmaking world, not all lights are made equally, or should I say good. While companies like Aperture has been the biggest influence in filmmaking when it comes to LED lighting, while these type of lights you normally don't see on set, and that's because pros are used to using more professional light sources. But since the YouTube influencers made the brand Aperture so popular, now you are starting to see more and more of their lights on set. And considering they fall into the more affordable range of lights, per se, it's still quite expensive for many of us on a budget. So that leaves us with the more affordable light brands on the market. The problem with that is 50% of those budget-friendly lights are not so friendly. So today I want to show you a light that was sent to me from a company that you guys are already familiar with, but was quickly overlooked, being that they were more focused on the budget-friendly video and photography light path for a while. For the first time, they decided to step into the more professional world of LED lighting with their new Pro Light series. And those Pro Light series are made by a company named GVM. This video is not sponsored by GVM, no money was exchanged. While they did send me this light to review and give my honest and unbiased opinion, I'm gonna be straightforward with this light. I think this light is very good. But I still want to give the best possible honest opinion if you should pick up this light for your filmmaking needs. Not saying this light is bad at all. In fact, it's the light I've been using this entire time in this video. The great thing about these lights, they come with built-in effects like candle, TV effects, lightning. Should you choose to use those in your filmmaking scenarios, they have you covered. They have actually 12 presets that you can actually enjoy from. These Pro series of lights sports a CRI of 97+ and a TLCI of also 97+. So in paper, they should be very color accurate. So when purchasing a light for filmmaking or photography, you have to make sure you go over its specifications. Like today, I'll be comparing it with my trusty light, which is the Nanlite Forza 300. Being that the power output is fairly the same as the GVM light, it's 300 watts. The only difference is that this light is obviously a bicolor and the Nanlite Forza 300 is not a bicolor. Normally bicolor lights tend to be less powerful in terms of brightness than non-bicolor lights. But GVM claims that their Pro Series lights, since they're all bicolor, that they output the same wattage across the entire spectrum, so they should fairly stack up well against each other. Here's an example of me and a color chart with the vector scope pulled up so you can see its color accuracy on screen. On the left is the GVM SD300B and on the right is the Nanlite Forza 300. So here's a side-by-side comparison. On the left, like I said, is the GVM SD300B light, and on the right is the Nanlite Forza 300. If you guys pay attention to the vector scope, is almost actually identical. The only differences I'm seeing visually is that the GVM is on the cooler side, while the Nanlite is on the more warmer side, but they're pretty much the same. Moving on to power output, it is the second spec I look into when buying a light. In today's filmmaking world, I recommend anything of 300 watts of continuous power and over. For the simple reasons, I personally think under that, you might fall short at some point in your filmmaking career, being that 600 watts is being the new standard. Again, here's a side-by-side comparison of its output compared to the Nanlite Forza 300. I'll let you be the judge on which one is more powerful. Here we have 15% of brightness on both lights, 25%, 35%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. There's a little noticeable difference here. It looks like the Forza is a bit brighter, but not by much. Lastly is build quality. It is a very important spec, being that the nature of our career as filmmakers, we're always building out sets, tearing them down, moving from scene to scene, and you want to make sure that these lights can hold that kind of beating. I'm not saying to beat up your lights, but they're going to start building up wear and tear as you go along with your career. So I want to show you a quick demonstration. Here's a cinematic lighting scenario so you can get an idea more or less how this light would look on your projects or how it performs. Tell me what you think.
Autumn protocol complete. Systems online.
It actually worked.
What? Worked. I am totally aware of your presence. I'm not blind.
And it has a humor.
And you're surprisingly stiffed. Then again, you are human.
Haha, enough of the jokes.
I'm just getting to know you.
Autumn. Search in the city for any loopholes with a light spectrum, preferably with lights.
Searching New York City map database. I found this. The heart of New York City. Times Square.
That's a lot of lights.
You said preferably a lot of lights. Stop complaining.
All right. Let's just load up. These Pro Series of lights consists of 5 lights, which I'm going to display them on the screen, being that I don't have them. They also have light panels that are also part of their Pro Series lights as well, which I would love to get my hands on. Hopefully GVM watches this video, hears me out, and sends me one for review. So as you can see on screen, the 5 lights, they all look pretty solid. They're all bi-color. Starting with the 200 watt, then is the 300 watts, which is the one that I'm actually reviewing right now. Then you have a 400, you have the 500, and you have a 650 watts. And honestly, I really wanted to get my hands on the 650 watts when I actually spoke to Yuhan. By the way, thank you for sending me this light, Yuha. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. So as you can see, guys, they're giving you variety. They have all these options to choose from 200 watts all the way to 650 watts. I really wanted to do the review for the 650 watts, but they sent me the 300. It's cool. Hopefully they'll send me the 650 watts to review it, being that Aperture is so popular with their 600D, and being that GVM's version is 650 watts, it's 50 watts stronger. So it's competition there, and for the price, I think it's way, really solid. So from my thoughts and conclusion, I can honestly say this light is solid, well built. The color accuracy is pretty good, the build quality is fantastic, and the output is great as well. This is gonna be it for me. I hope you guys found this video informative, useful. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and just get out of here, just create, and I'll see you in the next video.